All right, we're getting ready for the biggest preview of NFL history right here. We're going to do our NFL preview preseason prediction, regular season predictions, let's say, on this episode. But wait a minute, before we get into that, I got a new assistant, Juliet. She wants to stay in the hidden, but Juliet is here. She's going to help save everything. So, yay. Suzanne left. She had to go because she wanted to take care of her family. I'm like, okay, sorry, I ain't gonna be mad. I'm a little sad still, but it is what it is. But Juliet isn't here. Welcome, Juliet. And be progressive. So welcome to number 311, the D-Lo Show on this Sunday morning special part dos. Okay, it's one of them. Either way, August 31st, 2025, episode 311, the D-Lo Show. Before we do that, we have to go to Paris real quick because we have an addition to our match card. Because usually you only get 5 matches per card, right? But no, they decided to give us a little extra. Guess 6? Oh, wow. I am shocked. I am puzzled. Like, you decided to get one more? What's the concept? But what is this one? We're going to start our predictions. The Wyatt Six, they defended tag titles against the Street Profits. They won the number one contendership on SmackDown on Friday. We'll talk about one last thing that happened on SmackDown. Let's go. I'm going to go to Wyatt. Sorry, Street Profits. It seemed like they're trying to imply a heel turn from one of the streets. Please don't. Don't gotta turn each other. Just say, hey, we need to act. We need to go for singles ties. You know what I'm saying? Still something like that. Just something simple. They ain't gotta break up. But Bo in his regular clothes, you never know. So let's go. Cena versus Logan Paul. Big match, John. Musa versus Shamey in a Donnybrook match. Fala. Shamey, he's 400 in these. He's 1-1. I'm going to go with Shamey. Let's go. Roman versus Bronson. The European crowd pissed me off when they do Roman Reigns. That shit gets my nerves. But Roman wins. And can he get his shoes back? It's a good thing Bronson did not throw those up in the telephone wire. If he did, he'd be cooked. But he can't get the midgets back. But he got the midgets back. The biggest atrocity in this card, Stephanie Vacar, or Velcro, who couldn't get her title opportunity, even though she won it in the greatest Battle Royal of all time. You just made that Battle Royal meaningless. Just off that, moving this match off the card. You're going to find out, you're going to do a tourney, you're going to do a little Battle Royale, something, one night tourney. Like, you could do anything, but you want to be lazy. Either way, the women's match was placed with Becky Lynch versus Nikki Bella. I'm saying Nikki Cross for some reason. It's gonna be a fine match, but Becky retains. Sorry, Becky. You can look, but you can't touch. Literally, you can touch the icy towel, but you can look at it only for so long. In the main event, I'll presume the main event. I don't know, maybe Cena and Logan Paul. Who knows? Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus main event Jey Uso. Yeet. They're going to be yeeting their freaking faces off the screens. And LA Knight, yeah. What the fuck? Why am I... Okay, I see why. Well, I see why my area... I was like, what the fuck? But listen, for the world title. So I guess LA Knight and Sami Zayn is a trade that happened on SmackDown that on WWE that we didn't know. I'm really cheering for LA Knight to really win this because we need the old LA Knight when he was back in NXT, being the mega star. Yeah. But I know we have the vision right now, and the vision says Seth will retain, and I will follow that vision. All right, that's enough of that trash. Last thing I mentioned, Sami Zayn defeated Solo Sikoa for the U.S. title in the main event of SmackDown. What the... In Atlanta wrestling, Sammy's probably the goofiest wrestler I've ever seen in my life. He said he wanted to go for the world title. We respect that. I got aspirations for that. Even tag team guys. Seth and the Wiseman were trying to set you up because they know you so well. They know you for a long time. They know how good of a guy you are. They support you. They want you to go for that. And they offer you a spot on SmackDown Live. This is fresh off the heel turn what Cena did. They need a new guy to help out and try to fight against that evildoer, Jonathan. And you turn it down? You turn it down. Okay, that's what I said. You turn it down and get your ass beat for 7 months. Understandable. Then you just go to SmackDown, and they just like, I just want the U.S. title. Like, oh, what? Whoa. I thought you had space for the world title. What the fuck? And then you raised yourself into the Bloodline storyline, which is, well, Bloodline 2.0, 2.5.0, because what the fuck? And you win the U.S. title. I was thinking maybe Jacob might try to go for that thing back. Maybe Jim might get it. But no, it's Sami. Wow. And them Frenchers, they love them some Sami Zayn. They love this French. They love how he is, and they love how he acts. So, say la vie, the crowd popped heavy, but they didn't make no sense saying when this 2S title. And people are so uncreative. I don't ever say it because it sounds dumb as hell. The internet rest community. I put that in quotation marks because they're not creative as hell. Why they name everybody a Hogan? Like, they call my baby Mercedes Hogan. They call Becky Lynch Becky Hogan. I'm like, what the fuck? How the fuck is that even? That doesn't make no sense, bro. And they call him Sammy Hogan. I'm like, no, he's not Sammy Hogan. I wouldn't even go that far. Like, come on. Like, no. Well, then they try to trip me out when they call him the Monday Mick Foley. I'm like, I don't see that. But I don't see Sammy captivated people like Mick did. Mick did it in a variety of ways. And this is a man that did a 180 on Mick. Sammy can be alright heel, more like a chicken shit heel. I say he's more of a Miz. Like a Mick Hart. He can be good at fishing. He put him in side moments. When I put him in every side moment, not every, but he can. If you need somebody that can spark a crowd for a little bit, especially international, I'll pick Sammy. So he's got a pull in 3 countries. You know he's from Canada, you know, so they would love him there. He got pull in France because they speak French. Francois, and he got pulled in the Saudis now. Ever since he's been cool with the Saudis, he's been able to express his Muslim heritage and stuff, which is cool to me. I could care less. That's him. That's him and his peoples. But him in the U.S. title, keep him there. If you don't have him in the U.S. title, keep him there. And have that thing set for Mel to take that sumbitch from him. Because what the fuck? Braun can do all these cool things, but Mel gets to just cool it with the Miz and win the Andre the Giant Melee Battle Royale. That's all you can do. Let this brother do something. Because this is the first time in fucking 27 months since we had a brother on a pay-per-view that did not count as in a title match. It's been 23 months. The last one was Mello when he was in the U.S. title for 3 weeks, I think L.A. and Andrade. And the last time he had a brother on the card that had any kind of just regular one-on-one match or something like that was Omos versus Seth Rollins back in, I think, Backlash 2023. That was the last one. No, Bobby Lashley. I was thinking Bobby and Goldberg, but I'm like, that happened on the chamber before. So, like, it's been over 2 years since we had a belt on the card for a reason. Going for some titles. So, Street Profits, really go for this one, please. And don't turn heel. That's my last thing, because, man, that's crazy. Shout out to Shooter Follow. All right, let's get serious now. We're back. Let's go to football, because football is back, baby. We in the preseason strong, and we looking good. Let's go to this thing. Division by division. Let's start with my division. My Ravens. We're looking gravy. We still got El Boogie. We got Derrick Henry. We still got Roquan Smith. We just paid Kyle Hamilton. And we upgrade our secondary situation. We got the rookie Malachi Starks. He's known from Georgia. We got Jair Alexander, who was released, and we picked him off of either waivers or free agency, whatever. And we was able to get DeAndre Hopkins. Beautiful. Nice offseason. Our line is still a little bit sus. Why don't we have a backup for Lele? It makes me puzzled, but it's whatever. Justice is still there. I think we're going to be good this year. We're going to be really good this year. The one thing we're going to have to really see is Luke. He can maintain his spot, but I think he's going to be good. And we're going to have to worry about our line situation. Trent Simpson is still starting, and the other linebacker, linebacker. So we're going to have to worry about that, but hopefully we can get through this year good. And we can finish the job that we've always wanted to get El Boogie to do, is win the Super Bowl. It's been 12 years, 12 seasons we won it. And it's our 30th anniversary, so it'll be apropos. Every 12 years we win the Super Bowl. So let's try to make it happen. I got us going 12-5. That's my expectations, 12-5. I can see us getting 12 wins. I can see us winning the division. I can see us getting there. We just need to lock in when it's time to get tight. That's the big thing. We're going to need to lock in then. Once we lock in and get committed, nobody can stop us. So 12-5, that's my hesitation. Let's go Ravens. Woo woo. All right, let's go to the next team out of the division. Cincinnati, the Bengals. They've had themselves an interesting offseason, all right. Manning with the defensive end, Trey Hendrickson, he's been looking for a contract the entire time, the entire season. And they kind of settled for like a 1 year, $30 million. That's kind of like an extended franchise tag. Like, all right, we'll give you 1 year, $30 million to get you right. That was probably the first time I've ever seen that without using the franchise tag. They gave him like $30 million. Like, damn. So, hey, it's whatever. But they got a new line on defense. T.J. Slayton, B.J. Hill they got from New York, Slayton they got from Green Bay. They decided to get some pieces. I'm surprised they didn't make no moves in secondary wise because they still got Cam Taylor-Britt. But they got some solid teams. Their line is always good. Their offense is always going to be good. It's just their defense is always there. Like, they're always their Achilles heel. They always don't get them right. They're trusting Chase Brown all the way. Oh, they play a 4-2 defense. I got them I'm going with 9 wins. They're probably the biggest threat in our division. I'm not going to lie. So if they get 10, I won't be shocked. But I got them at 9 wins because their defense can hurt them just as much as it can help them. If you get my drift. So I'm going to go 9 wins, be safe. Cincinnati is a threat, so don't get twisted because they got a nice offense. All right. Which one we want to go first? Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Let's flip a pen. All right, there's a pen. Pilot, I'll talk about the Pittsburgh. Clean back, I'll talk about the Browns because heard too much about. All right, boo. It landed on the pilots, so we'll go with Steelers. And the first person I popped up was fucking Aaron Rodgers. What the fuck? Why is double check on the damn team? This is the second year in a row where my favorite quarterback has gone to my arch nemesis. Thank goodness Russ got the hell out of there. And he did his job. He did the best job I see the Steelers quarterback done since Ben Roethlisberger left. Let's be freaking serious. Full retired, you know. But that was the best. He gave us 2 wins against the Steelers. So he's always my favorite quarterback for life. But let's go. Double check. If you can get Mike Tomlin less than 9 wins, have an under 500 record, you will be the GOAT. You will be the GOAT because their team is not on paper. It's actually pretty solid. I didn't get why they treated George Pickens. That would have been a nasty deal with Pickens and DK, but I'm like, cool. We ain't got to deal with Pickens' crazy ass. Because that man's nice. But thank goodness. Thank goodness y'all traded him away so I can actually rock with him. Cool. I can't rock DK now because it pissed me off that he's there, but whatever. They got Jonnu Smith in the trade, which I thought was random because I'm like, you already got 5 move unless you want him to just be a blocker. But in that trade, you got Jalen Ramsey. But wait a minute. He's going to play nickel. Well, I'm saying because you got Slade, you got from Philly, who's down the street. You got Joey Porter Jr., you got in the draft. And then you trade Jalen Ramsey. So they're looking to have a whole lockdown trio of corners. And then have Deshaun Elliott and Juan Thornhill be your safeties. When y'all got Elliott and Chuck Clark and Patrick Queen? Bro, y'all got hella Ravens. I just realized they got 3 Ravens, bro. That's all on defense. That's crazy work. I literally just looked at that. I literally just peeped that. Wow. That's crazy. Wow. I really just looked at that shit. I really did just look. I really just looked again. Like, wow. For Malik Harrison? Wow. The craziest part is they're both bagging on each other. Sean Elliott is starting over Clark. And Queen is starting and Harrison is the backup. That is wild as shit, bro. That's a wild shit. I'd really look at that again. You know what? 8 and 9. I will check. If you can get into 8 and 9, y'all will put you as a GOAT. Over Dan Marino, over Tom Brady, over Peyton Manning, over all of these guys. Drew Brees, don't matter. Aaron will be the GOAT after that. Or even Brett Favre. Yes, I call him Favre. No thought over this bitch. So 8 and 9, we got the freaking Steelers. Let's go. All right. Last night division is the Cleveland Browns, led by Cannon Toten Joe. Oh shit, your old ass. Okay, Joe. Still killing it out there in these streets. They ain't make that difference. They ain't really make a lot of difference in terms of who they got. They still got many of the same crew. Still got Jerry Jeudy. But no Nick Chubb. So, who gonna get the grub? Jerome Ford getting the job done. Good luck with that, son. And I hope Quinshon Judkins can put himself into the discussion for running back 2 or split carries or whatever the heck. Man, because I got it in fantasy, so late round pick draft. You got Canton Joe still. Their defense, they still got the main 2. Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward. They got Del Pitt, Newsome. They got some solid defenders. But the biggest one that's taking the entire headline by storm is Shedeur Sanders, the son of Primetime Dion. Now, when I said my statement that not a lot of teams are going to look for that drama, I only said that because starting wise. Now, what's happening in the preseason has made people try to be all pro-conscious, black conscious. But I will be inundated, and I mean inundated, with fucking Shedeur Brown stuff all preseason. I feel it's going to get worse. But I have hope for Shedeur. I think he'll be a good quarterback. But I think he won't start this year. And if he does, it's late in the season when the Browns are not involved in no playoff implications. To get a little bit of experience in his blood. I can see it happening. If the Browns are like 3-11 around Thanksgiving, I could see him starting in December and doing that. Or they might try him Gabriel one time because I think he's the backup. They have him listed as the backup, and Shadeur's the third guy. Or, which I think this might be the case, I will not be surprised if Sean try to make a quick comeback. Like, oh, hell no, this young bull trying to take my spot. Yo, got Karen too, Joe. Oh, hell no, we got 2 young bulls trying to take my spot. I will not be surprised if Deshaun try to come back by the end of December. I will not be surprised. Which would be stupid if you try to do that. Might as well try it for next season. But for the Browns, I got y'all at 5 wins. Y'all get a cool 5 wins, 5-12, cause y'all need a lot more help. Y'all need y'all need another corner. You'll need another D lineman alongside Garrett. I know you got Malik Collins. He's cool. Y'all gonna see how great Mason Graham's gonna do a defensive tackle, and y'all gonna need a receiver. Y'all need another receiver. Excuse me, and your tight is good, and that's it. Your line's good. You just gotta get your receivers and your corner and D line. So if you get those in the next year or two, maybe you can put yourself back in the playoffs like you were 2020 and 2023. So I've seen the Browns win the playoffs recently in a freaking Steelers won a playoff game. That's a funny statement to say. The Browns won a more recent playoff game than the freaking Browns. That's fucking hilarious. All right, let's go to the East side. Probably the East division to grade. Buffalo Bills gonna win this division, and I think they'll get like 12, 13 wins. They got the same squad from last year, except they added a lineman Connor McGovern from Dallas. Joey Bosa, he replaced Von Miller, the right end. He's gonna be the pass rusher. And they brought back Tre'Davious White, and then they got Taylor Rapp, who they got from Los Angeles. So they made a few moves here and there, nothing too crazy, and then just made the draft picks. So I'll give them the same amount, 12 wins, 12-5, maybe get 13, but I think you might see these guys in the AFC Championship. I think it'll be Bills and Raiders in the AFC Championship game. We're gonna run it back, but in the Championship game, not the divisional. So we'll see how that goes. But the Bills gonna be one of the teams that's gonna be looking out in the AFC for sure. They are no joke. Josh Allen robbed Lamar of his MVP. But it was a reversal because Lamar robbed won the MVP when I was kind of questioning. I was like, because the numbers weren't that high. But I understood because, it's a QB award. It's a QB award now. Let's just rename the MVP to QB award and we'll be okay. That's all. All right, the Dolphins. They are a weird team to gauge. When Tua's out there, and I'll say it for a lot of QBs or a lot of stars. When their QB is in, they're good. But when Tua's not in, they are all fell. At least this time they got Zach Wilson. He's got a little bit of experience, and Quinn Ewers. Shout out to Quinn Ewers. At least I got a little bit, but when Sky was back there or whoever, it was a hot mess. So they better hope he doesn't get right. And this team is basically a Tua team. If Tua's getting and doing good, they're going to be doing good. If they're not, if Tua's in and not doing so hot, they're not going to do so hot. So Tua is the big reason of this team's success. But they made some moves in this last season. On the trade away, Jonnu Smith and replaced him with Darren Waller, who should be given the who we should be thanking Rob Gronkowski for what he did, because he walked so that he could run and go into Miami, which not a bad deal. I'll run to Miami too. So, you know, can't blame him, brother, for that one. Regardless, he's back. He was retired for a little. He was tired like last year. He's like, I'm not playing for the Giants. I'm like, well, I don't blame you for playing on the Giants. I wouldn't do either. So he came here. Good. The defense has always been a question mark. And then you just got rid of your best corner and brought back Minkah Fitzpatrick. At least you got Rasul Douglas. At least that's a positive. That's such a positive corner improvement. Replace Jalen Ramsey with Rasul Douglas. And wait a minute. This can't be a real name, bro. His name is Storm Duck. Storm Duck. Storm Duck. Are you serious? That's a new one. That's a new name. When in the blue hell did y'all get Matthew Judon? And you having him back? You having him back up by Riley Chubb? It's a good thing y'all got Jalen Phillips on the other side, because I'm like, why isn't Judon starting? Let's go off this stage, because I'm getting angry. I'll give him 11 wins. Y'all better win 11 games, because y'all the only competition I see in this division for the Bills, because, like I said, the other two they're work in progress. So I got 11 wins for the Dolphins. I give him a lot of wins for some reason. I'm a Tua guy, so let's go. Anyway, let's go to the next team, the Patriots. I see a team that's almost there. It needs 2 more things to get yourself over the top. Your offense is all right. You got Diggs, which shocked me. You got Diggs. You still got Hunter Henry. You got Morgan Moses. Hey, let's put Morgan in there. He just got it. And then Garrett Bradbury. And then y'all got some new linemen on the left side. Will Campbell, and y'all drafted in the first round. Jared Wilson, you drafted in the third round. So you got you basically match your talent with your QB and your left tackle, which is very smart. So Drake May, I think he got some potential, and I think he can pull something out. So still got Ramondre Stevenson. Then you got Travion Henderson, who's a pretty good bat in college. And then you got Antonio Gibson still. So you got 3 solid good running backs. Got 2 solid tight ends, Hunter and Austin Hooper, solid ones. I'll say the defense, they need to find guys that create some havoc. You only got a couple. I see you got Harold Landry the third, who you got from Tennessee. He can create some havoc. You got some linebacker Robert Spillane and Clavon Chason you got from Vegas. Got a lot of guys from different places. Carlton Davis. So y'all decided to make some moves in the corner department. Y'all like, all right, y'all saw what I need to see. Y'all need to make guys to make some plays. But y'all need some guys at the front that can create some mayhem too. So that's the thing I think they're missing. They need another guy too that can create some mayhem and get into that backfield on the defensive line. That's one thing I think they're missing. But they're not far. I'll get them 6 wins. They need to put themselves in a good draft position so they can get a good defensive lineman. Let's just say that. Or a generational talent. So let's see. Yeah, I say 6 wins. The team is not bad. Oh shit. It's not work day, B. Let's go. Next we have the Jets. Jets. The Jets. They're in a weird spot they're in a, we're not ass, but we're ass. um, you place double check with Justin Fields. Not a bad trade. 'Cause, it could have been a trade low key. The Fields for double check. It could have been a trade for all we know. But it was free agent pickups. But this is do or die for him because if he doesn't really prove here, like he didn't really get opportunity. He didn't even get opportunity in Pittsburgh low key. I'll be honest with you. He didn't really get an opportunity because they wanted some picks. But if this does not work out in New York, I think he might be cooked or be perennial as like a perennial backup. So this is probably his last opportunity. Hey, Tyrod's back there. Hey, Tyrod. Shout out Tyrod. Shout out Tyrod. You know. Their offense basically is the same, but they got Josh Reynolds, so at least that is an addition. He can be a good number 2 alongside Garrett. Lazard gonna miss the first 2 weeks due to injury, so they're gonna have Xavier Gibson and then Arian Smith. We'll see how that goes. Their line is still basically the same, except for John Simpson left us. Damn it. The running backs we do by committee. I know they still got Brees, but Braylon, I think he'll have a bigger role, and he gonna be in some. They're gonna use some Wildcat jet packages. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know why I think it that way. So we're gonna see how that goes. The defense. Oh, good. CJ Mosley retired. I did see that. Yeah, what did that? So yeah, I did see that. So I'm not gonna say it. CJ was a great back. He was a good linebacker for us. He was really good. He was good in New York because their defense is always still pretty solid. I just wish he was with us for the long term. I thought he was gonna be the guy because he was the first. I think he was the first guy at the Ray. No, it was Darryl Smith. I know that, but we drafted him to like kind of be like the next anchor, our next Ray Lewis. He had humongous shoes to fill. And those are shoes that is very hard to fill. But he did pretty solid when he was time. And he had some good big moments for us. I remember when he picked off Baker when we won the division, I think 2017, 2018, one of those years. I remember that. So that'll probably be his biggest play because I probably one of his top 3 biggest players at Ravens. So he was a good linebacker. He had good instincts. He's always solid. So we're going to miss CJ. I wish he retired as a Raven. But, the game is the game. As the Y would say, They still got the same D lineman, though. They had Harrison Phillips. And they had some guys in secondary, like Brandon Stevens. What the? He in that division. And I don't think we got playing this year, but really, man? Really, Brandon? And then, oh shit, Andre Cisco, they got from Jacksonville. Nice. So they got, Sauce gonna have to get a heap ton of help. They got 2 guys from Jacksonville, Quincy Williams too. So good guard. They got Quentin Williams and Quincy Williams. I know that coach. I know Aaron Glenn was probably like, "Oh my god, I got 2 QI guys to start on my team." You gotta get the Quinn. Oh my god, what the? They gotta be brothers, man, because that's crazy. Quinn is the first 4 letters of both their guys' name. That. I know Coach had to put their whole names on the back of their jersey instead of just Quinn. His dad have been confused as fuck. Oh shit, they got an ass back there. That's not Jamal Adams too. What the fuck? I got them going 7 wins. I got them going 7 wins. I'll give it 7 wins, and that's probably a lot, but we'll see. You never know. No, they had 6. They had 5 last year, right? You can tie the Patriots for 6 wins. So we got you with 6 wins as well. All right, let's go to the next division. We're going through a lot. Next, we had the AFC West. AFC South. Let's go to the South real quick. Houston, Texas won this division easily, and I think they'll have the same easy division again because the rest of the division is in a flux right now. Texas is the only one that's solid. Still got C.J. Stroud, but then you add Nick Chubb. Thank God. I like him on the Browns still, but now I can be a bigger fan of Chubb because he ain't on the freaking Browns. Thank goodness. But they made some moves. Not only they got Chubb, they got Dalton Schultz. They got some line help from Laken Tomlinson. Get him. They got Christian Kirk they traded from Jacksonville. They got Ed Ingram. Got some line help. You know what I'm saying? They still got him. And then they got C.J. Gardner-Johnson they got from Philly in the trade. I think that's where they trade, what's his face? No, that's Slay. That was another guy they traded. They traded like some picks or whatever. And they got Sheldon Rankins. Tim Settle Jr. They got some new faces on the both sides of the ball. Mainly on the line. They need to get some intimidation size. So good on that one. And Jake Andrews too. I got them 11-6. They're gonna win their division. I got them going 11-6. Now the next question is, can they get to that next tier of being in those top 7 team conversations? That's the thing it's gonna be, and to see if CJ Stroud can bounce back, because he definitely had a sophomore slump. No, that happens. Next, we had the Colts. I'm so glad they got the bad luck they did for that sumbitch owner that ran the city out of Baltimore in the middle of the night in 1983. This is their karma. This is all their karma. And you didn't treat Andrew Luck right. This is our karma part 2. And it was a QE battle between Anthony Richardson and Daniel Jones, who was won by Daniel Jones. Wow. From being a top 5-round fantasy quarterback last year, Anthony Richardson, I know because I had him on one of my teams, to being benched by Danny Dimes. I ain't never seen him fall off a quarterback that sudden since Cam Newton got dropped off like that. Like, what the hell? Wow, I didn't expect that for real. On some real shit. Their offense is kind of the same except for they got a tight end Tyler Warren, who they drafted to see if he can bid something for them. But everybody's still the same. Still got everybody. And then they added Charvarius Ward, which is a good move. Cam Bynum, who's making plays in Minnesota. So yeah, they got a lot of different pieces. I got them at 8 wins. I can't see them more than have 8 wins. So we're on 8 and 9, and the coach might get fired, but we'll see. Next year, Jacksonville, the Jaguars. The big one is going to be how is Travis Hunter going to play this wide receiver corner thing. They got him listed as a slot guy on the offense, and they got him listed as corner number 3 or 4, how you want to look at on the left corner. And you better do it like every once in a while. Like if he's not playing all out on offense, or if you're not playing like a select few jobs on offense, play defense. And say vice versa. You're not playing a lot of defense, they're not playing a lot of dime packages, or you don't have him as your nickel guy. Play a lot more receiver. Be three wide out. So do that. I would say do that if you're gonna do that for Travis. And that's how you can limit his I'm trying to say limit his injured self, like limit his injury history or whatever. That's the thing I was kind of looking for. Wow. Also on there they got De'Ami Brown, who they got from DC. Damn, he really came up because he's looking as like a 3 or 4 guy. But him going to DC put him up on the map. So shout out to him on that one. This is the real breaking year for Trevor Lawrence. Are you going to be nice? And I never understood the generational talent thing. And we're gonna have a quick segue to Arch Manning. Just because he had the man in his last name did not mean his generational talent. I watched that Texas game. That man was not making the easy throws. He didn't even make the easy throws simple. Simple little drags. Underthrew him. Throw him behind. I'm like, bruh, this is your generational talent? Stop using that word. Because NFL is really desperately trying to find their generational talent. To stop using that word. And you let it formulate through their play. To stop with that shit. And besides, your next generation is Travis Hunter. Because he's playing both freaking sides like he's Shohei Ohtani. That's your generational talent. Stop throwing that word out there. Because you already got one in the pros. Just stop it. What man do you know in this era that's playing two positions on two different sides of the ball? Other than Shohei Ohtani. Nala. So shut up. That's your generational talent. You stole Patrick McCarthy from all you son bitch. You got Ezra Miller. Ezra Cleveland you got from trade from Minnesota. I see 6 wins from you guys. I don't see a lot for you guys. And the only way you can get more than 6 wins is if Trevor Lawrence decides, you know what? I am the generational talent that they claim I am, and take us deep to win games. That's the only way that I can see you guys winning any kind of games. And Trevor Lawrence decides, you know what? I am a great quarterback. Let's go. All right. In the most interesting team in this division, Tennessee. I usually don't say that about Tennessee, but they have a new guy at the helm, Cam Ward. He's running the point. No Will Levis. He's out for the year. He tore his shoulder up, and he had to go get it repackaged. But they got some solid weapons around. They got some good veterans around. Calvin Ridley's is number 1 for sure. They got Van Jefferson, you got from LA and Pittsburgh. And then you got Tyler Lockett, a veteran. You got 2 veterans, and you got a nice speedy guy, Jefferson. So you got a solid core to start with. And then you got Chigozome Okonkwo, who's pretty solid at tight end. He can make plays at the give him the ball after the catch. The defense is still the same most of the way, except for Sebastian Joseph Day. I don't remember him being there last year. Steve is already there. Arnold Xavier was already there. So they made a couple adjustments. They got Joey Sly. You got Morgan Cox. Cocksuckers. They're gonna be my surprise team. If they get more than 7 wins, if they get more than 5 wins, it'll be a big deal. But I got them going at 7 wins. I don't got them being the worst team in the division unless shit goes awry. Because I think they look all right, solidly all right. And I got some nice weapons around Cam, and let's see if that can happen. Let's see if he can make it happen. And get Tennessee their first relevant quarterback since Ed McNair. Rest in peace. Well, yeah, anyway, let's go to the west side, AFC West. All right, we're going to start with the Broncos because they're the first team that popped up in the West. Bo Nix is still there. Well, he's going his second year. Let's see if he can make the progression up to the next level. Because he started really good last year, and he ended really good. Except the playoffs, but, is what it is. J.K. Dobbins? Oh, shit. He's in fucking... Wow, he went to L.A. now. Wow. I guess he's like, no, L.A. now trying to get me right. I guess he didn't want to be around Greg Roman no more. So I don't blame you, bro. Get out of there. They got Evan Ingram from the Jaguars. They got Mike McGlinchey on the line from the 49ers. You got Ben Powell from my Ravens. Their offense still makes it say outside those 3 additions. The defense has always been good, but, they got Dre Greenlaw. Ooh, now that's a good move. And they got Surtain, of course. I think they led the league in sacks because they had like 70-something. So they're going to try to add up some more. Nice. Still got Riley Moss, Surtain, of course. Talahona Hafunga. And they got Brandon Jones from Miami too. So they got some good moves. They made some solid moves. I know he probably there last year. But either way, the defense going to have to be their big calling card. And just as much as their offense. So they can, if the defense can set them up in good positions, I think it's team get 10 wins again. I say 10-7, 11-6 at worst. I mean at best. 10-7. At worst, 8 wins. But they're not winning the division though. Because Kansas City gonna win that division. I think it might be a 3-way tie for the top of the AFC. Between 12 wins. Because them Kansas City, Baltimore, Buffalo, gonna be all at 12 each. They ain't got the same squad mostly, except for of course, Jawan Taylor. I know he was there last year. Yeah, basically got the same squad. Basically, they ain't really made no moves. I think Christian Fulton might be the only one they moved because they had to need a corner. Everyone else is basically the same. So, yeah, 12 wins. I'll give them 12 wins. So yeah, and they really gave us an ESPN notification when Travis and Taylor Swift got engaged. That was kind of odd. That was really odd. That was not something I expected. But whatever. Next, we have the Raiders, who got a lot of new stuff. You got a new quarterback, Geno Smith. You got a new running back, Ashton Jeanty, and Raheem Mostert for some reason. You got a new wide receiver in Dante Thornton Jr. You got in the draft. He's gonna be one of the top ones. And then you got Coop. Amari Cooper back in the Raider uniform. Should have never been traded, but you're stupid. And then Thomas Brooks the fourth from Philly. You got new guys there. Hey, Kyle Blue. I was like, what? Like, I ain't see him in a minute. Movie freaking working ad. Bullshit. Okay, I was like, good. Because we let her go like a couple years back. I was wondering if we going to give him a chance. He never really pulled out. But glad he got a new chance in Raiders Nation. Nice. Good for him. Ooh, Jeremy Chin is on the Raiders too? Ooh, I know homie, my buddy, man, that one. Jermaine Pratt from Cincinnati there too. Landon Robbins. Did y'all do a trade? Say no. No, they're not. Jamal Adams moved a linebacker? Huh? Wait. They got him at linebacker? What, they trying to make him like Mark? Wow. It shocked me more than anything. Like, I knew they had him, but that was like, they have him at wide linebacker, right behind Jermaine Pratt. I'm like, you must have got bulked up and just, don't get big. He's still 213, so I guess they want to try something different. Hey, try something new with his ass. I'm going to go with 5 wins. Geno can only do so much. He can only make so much magic. Which is being real, so yeah. No, Vegas, I don't want to see you guys again. The Los Angeles Chargers or San Diego, we always remember them as when they was at Qualcomm Stadium. And in that stadium in LA, they have a Herberts. But they got some new guys too. They got Omarion Hampton, who they drafted in the first round. Trey Harris, they got a new receiver because Quentin Johnson is just not a good player. Let's go with that. And you got Keenan back. Keenan Allen back in the mix. Why ain't Ladd and Keenan the outside guys? I guess we'll have Ladd and slot. But Ladd is good. I like him. He's good. The line's good. You got Mekhi Becton from Philly. Nice. You got Bradley Bozer from Carolina and Baltimore. Because remember, he was with us. He's supposed to be with us. Still got Mac. Hey, Tuli Peloto. I ain't seen him in a while. Peludo. Deshaun Hannon got from Miami. Still got Derwin James. Still got Dante Jackson now. And then they got St. Juste from DC. Man, shit. They said they got 4-star coins. I'm like, well, I'm glad you got the confidence, sir. I can see this team probably being the only one, the second biggest threat to Kansas City in this division. What's going to be the big deal is the playoffs, and that's when this get tight. So can Herbert get off the hump this year? That's the big thing for him. Can he get over the hump? Because we want to talk about El Boogie and shit, but hey, Herbert need to get these playoff wins because he could have had one, but you blew it. And the second one, well, you just shared to everybody on the defense of Texas. So those are the things we're going to need to do. When it gets tight, let's see Herbert come through. NFC East. Let's start with... Look at Troy for the coin. Let's start DC. We'll start the C. That's not far from me. After the last month of controversy with Terry, he got his contract. 3 years, $96 million. Good. He's staying, and we was about to make a move to try to get Terry ourselves. It's like, nah, fam, we got him. All right, fam. But now you got a Debo, too. You traded all season 4 before that, which is slick. Nice. You got some new stuff. You got Josh Conley. You got drafted right tackle. Y'all traded Brian Ross for 6 weeks. I think he went to San Fran. We'll talk about him later. You got Trey Amos, another corner from the draft. He drafted. That's why he's comfortable getting rid of St. Juste like that. That makes sense. Yeah, it looked pretty solid. They shot everybody with 12 wins. I had them at like 8 wins, 7, 8 wins like that. But they surpassed and went to the NFC Championship game. Thank goodness. And then you got Von Miller to the mix with Javon Kinlaw. Wow. So, nice. So, that's nice. So, I got them going 11 wins. I'm going to give them 11 wins. Let's hope Jaden doesn't have the sophomore slump and they figure a way to use the quick balls like they was doing his rookie year. They was making sure to get the ball out of his hands quickly. I hope they do that same thing so they can avoid, all the sophomore slump stuff. So 11 wins. I can see them winning the division. But they got a tough out against this next one. The Philadelphia Eagles, the defending champions. They are loaded. They have a good team everywhere. They lost Mekhi Becton and they replaced him with Tyler Steen, who they seem pretty confident in because they ain't got no guard behind his ass. Still got everybody. And then they got, I know they got John Mechie, who they just traded for from Houston. So they got another weapon to their disposal. Their defense is pretty good. They got a new middle linebacker, Jahad Campbell. He's going to run the joint. But they got Zach Bond. He was there last year. Osprey was there last year. Man, a lot of guys there from last year is back. So they ain't really make a lot of moves, which is good. They ain't really need to because, the champs. So that state's going to be must. They might have the best record in the league. I think they'll have like 13 or 14 wins. I think they're really good. So let's hopeful that DC can knock their asses out or something like that. The Giants seem to be very interesting. They are a very interesting team. Russ is starting. Hallelujah. You're out of Pittsburgh. They got Jameis Winston. What the fuck? Am I reading this team right? This the Giants, right? This ain't the Jets? Holy shit. Not only you have a black quarterback starting week 1, you have 2? The Giants are about to have a heart attack. The old Giants, they're about to have a freaking heart attack. It's good grief. But you do have a guy in the background, Jackson Dart, who was very high regarded in his college days. And I think he's going to start later this year, too. I say around the same time here. Maybe around like Thanksgiving, December. You know what I'm saying? If the team ain't doing so hot, ain't looking good, then they gonna be like, you know what? Let's try a young guy, see what he got, and boom, we'll do that. They got a lot. They got a new right side of the line who they got from Vegas: Greg Van Roten and Jermaine Illuminor. Well, I think I said his name right. I don't know. And then John Runyon. Oh, shit. Oh, he was there last year because I was already there last year. They got solid receivers. Malik Neighbors is number one, of course. Darius Slay is a good number two. Wendell in the slot. He might get a lot of catches, but not do a lot. But we'll see. Their defense is probably gonna be their big thing. Cause they got good front seven. I'm not gonna lie. They got a nice front seven. Dexter Lawrence. They got Raheem Nunez Roches. Brian Burns can come on the outside. Bobby Okereke. They got from Indy, Michael McFadden. They got some good guys. And they Abdul Carter, who they got for Penn State, they drafted. They got a nice little front seven, I ain't gonna lie to you. The secondary gonna need a little work on. They got Holland and they got Holland and Deontay Banks and a couple other guys, but they gonna need to make another move. But I'm gonna say 6 wins for the Giants. I can see them getting 6 wins. They can be competitive, very competitive, but not imperative. And last but not least in the NFC East is the Cowboys. They've been through a lot. You got George Pickens, and to start the offseason, you think, it's going to be the Cowboy year that made me the NFC Championship game. But throughout all this time, there was a lot of controversy about Michael Parsons' contract. I was like, yo, what you going to pay me? What's up? What you going to do? And there was negotiations, but they're like 2 rants. Boom, butting heads. Couldn't agree to nothing. Couldn't agree to anything. And then he got traded to the Pack. We'll talk about him on the Pack later, which surprised me. And my boy, my commanding homie's like, thank God we don't got to deal with his ass. Which piss was done to go to TJ Watt. But either way, they got new running backs. Javonte Williams, he's gonna be starting for the Cowboys. They got Jaden Blues there. Miles Sanders, who they got from Carolina. They got rid of all that running backs. Damn, Rico Dowdle gone. All them niggas is gone. Everybody's gone from last year in the backfield. Like I said, they got CD, of course. Pickens they got from Pittsburgh. Jalen Tolbert and Devontae Turp. Excuse me. They're going to be the guys from last year. Excuse me. But in the trade, they at least got somebody nice. Kenny Clark, who's a very good defensive tackle. He's probably one of the best. So at least you got something out of it. You got Fowler Jr., he back from D.C. Kenneth Murray Jr., they got from Tennessee. And Kair Elam. I forgot he from Buffalo. Oh, my bad. So cool. So I got some new guys, at least a little defense. The defense is probably going to need to be perfect to get yourself in the playoff mix. So I'm going to give you 9 wins. I'm going to give y'all 9 wins. If you can reach the 10, you can make the playoffs. If you reach 9, it's going to be tight. Let's go to the next. Let's go to the North. Well, let's go to the team that Parsons got traded to, the Packers. This up their chances, not that much. But they up their chances. Real shit. So they needed someone on the outside. Remember, they sacrificed the interior, but I think Carl Brooks can maintain. They got Rashawn Gary still. Quay Walker, they still got him. And they still got a solid defense. Thank you for giving us Mr. Alexander. And you replace him with Nate Hobbs. Solid quarter. So we do with that. On the offense, Jordan Love, I'm not going to say it's a make or break year, but this is a make or break to see if he is a superstar like your last 2 years, your double check and your favorite. This is going to be a year to see if he can really step up being a leader. You got good offense, got Jacobs, he got from Vegas still. Got Tucker Krabs, the side tight end. You got Romeo Dobbs, Jaden Reed, and you got a new rookie, Matthew Bolt Golden, who's wearing number 0. You think you're Agent 0 in this bitch. So you got some of these weapons. And then you got Aaron Bates, who from for San Fran. Got some pieces. This AFC North gonna be competitive, just like the AFC North is. I'm gonna go with 10 wins for the Pack. Do. Go Pack, go. Next to the team right here. Go Pack, go. Minnesota's next team. Last year they had their rookie QB, J.J. McCarthy, with Sam Darnold. Got the 14 wins. Wow. But he's not there no more. It's J.J. McCarthy's there. But he has a lot of delicious weapons on the outside. He's got Aaron Jones, free Aaron. Justin Jefferson, he can hit the gritty with. And Adam Thielen, he's returning back to where it all started. He basically had a D-Wade career. He went to a couple other places to see if he can get some shine, but went back home. Nice. Hey, Ty Felton. Hey, shout out to Brody with the 3rd round. Shout out to Maryland boys. Oh, shout out to Terps. We kicked ass yesterday, which I ain't even gonna happen. Good. But they got some new guys on defense, too. Don't sleep on them. They added some line help with Indy, thanks to Ryan Kelly and Will Fries. I need some fries. But on defense, they got Jonathan Allen from D.C., Javon Hargrave, I think he was already there. Greenwood is already there. Yeah, Van Ginkel was lit. Harrison Smith, he's still the veteran holding the porch down. Shout out to Harrison. Jeff Okudah. They got from he was I know he's in Houston, but I remember him being in Detroit, so at least he's still there. Josh Metellus, he's going to play everywhere on the defense end. And Isaiah Rodgers, they got from Philly. It's going to be interesting. I don't know. The big deal is going to be if J.J. McCarthy can be good. If he can be good, just as good as Darnold, then it's going to be like a smooth transition. Because you got the weapons for it. And then you got Carson Wentz to back up. In case shit goes sour. He's a solid veteran. He's got the job done a couple times. I'll get them 9 wins. I'll give them a 9. I know it's probably a little low because it was in 14 double figures, but JJ is a question mark, and that's a big question mark, so we're going to see how he does. But 9 wins, I'm going to give you a small expectation, so do that. Next, we got Chicago. The Bears of the Northeast, they looking for a ring. They're trying to do something in a while. It's been like 40 years since they had an 85 Bears. Deep took over to town. Chicago, ho. All right. Man, I say everybody except for no Keenan. They got eliminated Zacchaeus from DC. I know my boy mad about that. And Devin Duvernay. Oh shit, you know that? Nice. Okay, well, good for him. They got Joe Thune. They made sure to get some lineup. They got Joe Thune from Kansas City. They got in the trade. They got Jonah Jackson on the other side, right guard from LA. And they made sure to get Drew Diamond from Atlanta. So they made sure to get some line out. That was the most imperative thing because you got to protect Caleb Williams. So smart. Good job. You still got Swift still. You got a new tight end, Colston Loveland. I think Kemet might get some burn, but they going to try to see if this guy can be the next guy. You dig? They got Grady Jarrett from ATL. I'm still ATL. That's very confusing. TJ Edwards and TJ Edmonds. I know he was there last, but still. They still got solid corners. Their secondary is pretty good. I ain't never had a problem second. They just needed to get some help on the line. And they did. So if they can make another line decision, I think they'd be straight. I got them at 8 wins. I guess they're making an improvement because their line makes an improvement, like a little bit of improvement. So I'm gonna give me 8 wins. And let's see if they can make it happen. If not, well, at least they had the Cubs. So at least they had the Cubs. And the last team in the division is Detroit Football in Lions Stadium. Oh, I said Lions Stadium like that. Amara still there with Jared Goff in the mix. James Wins. They had the best team in the league. I think 15-2. But they had a rash of injuries, and that slowed their momentum down, especially when they got to playoffs. You still got Amara, still got Jameson Williams, still got Khalif Raymond, but you got a new guy, Tesla Isaac. We'll see how the rookie does. And then Tate Ratledge. They're the new rookies on the team. He's a second-round pick. Isaac was a third-rounder. I think Jameer going to get more responsibilities as running back. Montgomery going to get the responsibilities too, but not less common. Penny Sewell. They still got a squad. They got most of their core. They got Graham Glasgow from Denver. So, replace the lineman, though. So, good. For defense, Lloyd Hutchinson's back, and he's back to normal. He's good. You got him alongside DJ Reader. Now, that's going to be intriguing. You got a nice little 2 one-side combination. That's pretty good. And then they got Marcus Davenport and then the rookie Tyleek Williams. So let's see how their linemen work. Let's see. Good. They still got Anzalone. Still got Cameron running the linebacker joint. You got DJ Reader from New York. Amik Robinson's still there. He came back. Joseph Kirby. You got some solid guys there. Brian Branch. You got some good guys back there in that secondary. Hey, Rock gets in. Shout out to him. Avonte Maddox? I got them wins. 13 wins for Detroit. It's going to be between Philly and Detroit for the top 2 in the NFC. So let's see how that one goes. All right, last division, we're going to get out of here. The NFC South. Similar to the AFC South, it's kind of a open dumpster fire. Like, it's not shit, but I got some surprise for y'all motherfuckers. Let's go to who I think is going to win the division. Tampa Bay. They're going to win this division. Playmaker Baker's still there. Still got a lot of weapons. Playmaker Baker, Bucky Irvin, Rashad White, the running backs. Mike Evans, consistent Mike as he always is. Chris Godwin should come back around week 5. By October. He should be back by October. Tristan Wirfs, who's injured too. I think he had to get surgery. I think it was like hernia surgery. I forget. Let me see. Because it was like, I knew he had injured. I seen it. But he had to go to the PUP list. Let's see what the fuck. But yeah, he had I think no, it's something in his knee. It was something in his knee. That was what happened. He had to get some knee issues and he'll get it cleaned up. I think he'll be back later this season. They're saying he's physically unable to perform, but he'll be back soon. So good. But they got new guys. Emeka Egbuka. Shout out to Mecca. He's from Ohio State, or they Ohio State, as they want to say, with the Eagle ass selves. And Tez Johnson from the 7th round pick. Nice. Who went to who went to Iowa again. Nice. I had it came up. Hey, Starlet. So sad. Yeah, everybody's still there from the team except for Ben Bredesen from the Giants. Oh shit, they got Hassan Reddick. Ooh. Right along with Levante David, the veteran. You know what I'm saying? Okay. They basically got everybody saying. They basically got everybody except for the new guy, Jacob Parrish. They got some new guys behind backing up. Like also Benjamin Morrison, Christian Isaiah. They got some new guys along with their core. And they got a new kicker, Chase McLaughlin. Because I don't remember him being there last year. He was in Indy. So, nice. No, he was there last year. Right? Either way, yeah, I got to win in like 10 or 11 games. I'm leaning towards 11, so be a little safe. Now, let's go to the second team I think could give them a run for their money. I'm not going to say win, but be competitive. And that is the Falcons. Michael Penix Jr. is there. You know, they're going to see if he can run the tote this offense. Kirk Cousins is still there. Shout out to Kirk Cousins, man. He lasted as long as he did. Shout out to bro. They got some new guys. They got Elijah Wilkinson for San Fran. Main on the offensive line. And then they got I'm gonna say he been there. They're gonna start with Daryl Mooney because he's injured. But they say he's on the PUP list. He'll be back by middle of the season. So we'll see how that goes. That's a new defensive guy. They get some new defensive guys. They got David Onyemata, Leonard Floyd, Caden Ellis, who's from New Orleans, Devon Diablo, what the fuck? Mike Hughes, Jesse Bates is already there. They still got A.J. Terrell. But they got new rookies there. Safety, too. They got Xavier Watts. They got a third round. And Billy Bowman Jr. is going to be the slot nickel corner. So it's going to be interesting how he is. I want to say, is D. Alford still there? Because I remember him. Oh, he is. All right, because he's backing up the nickel back. It's funny. I'm giving 8 wins. If Penix can really, catch on fire this thing and collab with Drake London, I think they'd be pretty good. And they might shock you. So that's why I say they might give competition to the freaking Buccaneers. Now, the most, I think, intriguing team is the Panthers. I don't think they're going to win shit, but if they make us, they're my dark horse team of the season. The team to watch out for, because the Seals. If Bryce Young can improve like he was doing last year, you got Chuba Hubbard, solid guys. They got Xavier Leggett. They brought back Hunter Renfrow, thank goodness. And they got their new number one guy, Tatoya McMillan. Let's see if he can be the hype man. Let's see if he can do it. And I don't think their time get used for nothing. And they decided to get all different linemen. Let's go. Oh, it was there last year. But Derek Brown's there. They still got Derek Brown. Patrick Jones is second. Tershawn Wharton. They really upgraded the defense. Bobby Brown the third. Christian Rosenblum. I thought I said Bloom. I said Bloom, but it's Boom. DJ Wanham. Yeah, they retooled the entire defense except for J.C. Horn, who's probably the best corner there. So everybody else. But yeah, this is the team that I would kind of watch. I won't watch all the way, but keep them in the back of your head watch out for them freaking Panthers. No miss. I never miss, sirs. I'll never see you in the wrong direction. And I'll get them going 7 wins, just to be safe. Because, that's even a lot. I'll give you 6 wins. But if they get more than 7, I won't be shocked. And the Saints, they're the weirdest team. You got Alvin still, but you get with and Chris Olave, Brandon Cooks. Hey, he's back in New Orleans. Rashid Shaheed. They got nice weapons, but they got Spencer Rattler, Tyler Show, no Derek Carr because he out for the year. He tore his shoulder apart. They got a lot of guys on last except for Cooks. On offense, on defense, you still got where's Cameron Jordan? I was gonna say, where the fuck Cameron Jordan at? I was about to walk out like, whoa, what the hell he at? I was like, he's back in Chase Young. Justin Reed, Julian Blackman, Kool-Aid. And Alontae Taylor, who's their nickelback, got injured. But he'll be back later this year. 6 wins. 6 wins. I can just see 6 wins. I don't see a lot. That's gone a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But it's okay. And the Falcons. And let's go to the West Division. I already got rid of that. It can scroll up quick. NFC West, Arizona. This is real make or break for Kyle this year too, because I feel like they're saying for a minute, but Willie thought Kyle would be good, but he'd be good for like a little stretch or two, and then he'll just be average or below average. So I think, this year will have to be the one we have to decide if he's in that top 10 discussion or is he not in the top 10 discussion. Trey McBride's good. I think Marvin going to bounce back this year. They got Zay Jones from Jacksonville. Michael Wilson, the second guy. Nice. Evan Brown, they got him from Seattle. Shajate Froholt from Cleveland. Fuck. And Jonah Williams. They got him from Cincinnati. Nice. Shout out to Jacoby Brissett being in the league too. Shout out to bro. You got a lot of backup brothers. That's all he kind of wanted. Calais Campbell, the veteran who used to play on the freaking Cardinals back in the day, is now back with the team. Damn, nigga, that nigga dead long ass time. Sheesh. 18 years. Sheesh. Shout out to him, bro. Dalvin Tomlinson, they got from Cleveland. Baron Brown, they got from Denver. They really retooled their defense. Mac Wilson from New England, middle linebacker. Akeem Davis-Gaither from Cincinnati. I think Josh Sweat was there last year, but if not, Josh Sweat too. Will Johnson. They got a rookie corner out there, second rounder. Still got Buda Baker back there hitting motherfuckers. And they got Garrett Williams. Solid as well. Their defense looks very improved. They got a lot of new faces on. They got a lot of new faces on defense. So I'm just curious how the defense is gonna look. It looks different. I'll give them 7 wins. I'll give them 7. See if they can do it. The 49ers. All hurt 49ers. Well, the 49ers look very different. Still got Christian McCaffrey. Still got Trent Williams and Brock Purdy. But you got new weapons. Jawan's been there, but, he's kind of new being the number 1, number 2. Well, at least one of the top 3. I know he's the 3rd, but top 2. But Ricky Purcell, let's see if he can show people what he got. And they got Russell Gage from the same draft, too, 2024. And they got Sky Moore. They got traded from Kansas City. And then Jordan Watkins is a rookie, too. Let's see if he can do something. Oh, he's injured, too. Okay. And still got Kittle, too. Even still, man, Nick Bosa. Excuse me. They got Jason Pinnock from the Giants. I wonder how they're going to place Dre Greenlaw. But they got D. Winters right there for now. They got some rookies there in the secondary, too. Some of the odds. And on the line. Michael Williams, defensive end. He's going to be rookie. Marquise Sigel, free safety. He's the 5th round. And Upton Stout. Okay, now that. Upton? I thought that was the last name. I guess the Upton Buzz might be like, hey, how the hell you get our first name? Our last name is your first name. Because we're like that. I see 8. It was 8-8 still. I see 8 wins for the 49ers. They fell off badly. Bye-bye. That's the reason why I started. Anyway. Fuck fantasy baseball right now, nigga. We doing draft. Last 2, Seattle. This is going to be between Seattle and the Rams, the last 2 teams of the division to win this division. They got Cooper Kupp, which I found really odd. I was like, what the fuck? I cannot see nothing else in a Rams jersey, but I'm curious. You got Jackson Smith-Njigba is going to be the number one guy. Nice. Torrey Horton, who's going to be another wide receiver from them, who they've drafted in the 5th round. Let's see how he does this year. Gray Zabel and Bryce Caballou will be the 2 linemen that's going to be replacing left guard. Got a new rookie at tight end and right guard, too. And then Sam Darnold, who's going to be the big one. Will he be the switcher from Geno Smith? Could he be the difference? Right, they got a nice line. Leonard Williams. Now they got DeMarcus Lawrence. Ooh, I like that in combination. Yeah, nice. Ernest Jones, the 4th. I think he probably was there last year. Jerron Reed was probably there. Uchenna Nwosu, I think was there. Julian Love. Yeah, they got some interest. They got interesting front 7. Or the ends. I like the ends. They got good corners. But yeah, we'll see how they can move this year. I got them 9 wins. They're gonna be up there together with the Rams. And the Rams probably want to win the division. I've got them winning the division. Why the hell they move all the way to the top? Fucking stupid. All right. I think they want to win. And Stafford needs to be at least semi-healthy. He'll be all right. They got a good offense. Stats up to Stafford, Kyler Williams, running back. Now they got Devontae Adams in the mix with Puka. Ooh, that's a nice duo. With Tutu at the slot. Nice. They got Coleman Shelton from Chicago, Kevin Dodson from Pittsburgh on the line. They replaced them 2 guys. And they got a new left tackle, Jackson Alaric. Okay, he's going to be active. He had experience, but he wasn't. No. All right, he's not rookie. I thought he was rookie. But they say CF21. I don't know how to fucking what. But let's see if he can get back and be good for them. The defense was a lot of questions last year, but they answered a lot of those questions. So pretty solid. They have Poona Ford from LA, Nate Landman from Atlanta, and then Darius Williams. Oh no, he was there last year. Darius was there last year. Cam Curl, shout out to him. Akella Weatherspoon, the guy from Pittsburgh. I'll get seen 10 wins. They seem like a solid team. They can be in that conversation for the next tier, like with Tampa. So who's gonna go to Super Bowl? It's gonna be Battle of the Birds, Raiders and Eagles, and we're gonna fly to our 3rd Super Bowl in our franchise. Lamar Jackson. So that's how it's gonna go. MVP. That ball. I haven't put the MVP in Hurst ruined my MVP chances straight because I had my streak until I got snapped. But we're gonna start a new streak. And my MVP is gonna be Justin Herbert. Yes, you just heard me say it out of freaking lips. Justin Herbert will be the MVP. Yes. I want to be there to be different. So prove me right, Justin, because I get on your ass a lot. So prove me right, damn it. If you prove me right, I could put you in the 5th spot for QBs in the game right now. That's only if you can prove me wrong. If not, well, you'll be in the liar tier. So we'll see. But that's all for today. Let's hope this NFL season becomes good. We all great. Hope my Raiders can great. Hope my homie commands you straight. And if no Eagles, DMV Super Bowl takeover. So let's go. Let's get it. Let's hike it up, fellas. One last time. Let's loop it in. And it's good. Be well, stay safe, survive events, and hola, Juliet. Welcome to the team.